Hey friend, welcome. I am feeling festive today and thought it would be fun to talk about holiday traditions and how you celebrate, how I celebrate. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm married to Alex and we have 4 kids. They are 3, 5, 11, and 14. And I like to chat about contentment and what that means in a world that's just full of comparison. And you might wonder what that has to do with holiday traditions, and we'll get to that. But I'm just feeling a little festive today. I have a Christmas shirt on, drinking my Christmas coffee in my Christmas mug, and it gets me excited. I'm just excited for the season. And we have some really fun family traditions, and I am so excited to just get into them and do them and just enjoy that time with my family. I know a lot of times that this time of year can bring sadness, can bring discontent, can bring multiple feelings. And I want to tell you that it is okay to feel the feelings that you're feeling. Feelings, emotions are not bad. We can do bad things with our emotions, but sadness at the holidays is okay. Joy at the holidays is okay. Grief, anger, discontent, confusion, all of those emotions and a million more are okay, and it is okay to feel all the feelings. It's okay. God created our emotions. God created us in His image, so He has those emotions as well. And if you think that you can't tell God that you're angry, you can't. I'm gonna tell you, you can. God is big enough. He can handle your anger. He can handle your sadness. He can handle your grief. He can handle your discontent. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know how much that has to do with contentment, but I think a lot of times we feel like, oh, it's the most wonderful time of the year. We have to be joyful. We have to be something. And that's just not the case. It's okay to be you. It's okay to feel how you feel. It's okay to have different traditions than other people. And I just want you to know that and to hear that from me. All right. I didn't really mean to say that, but I think it's important. So let's talk about a few of our traditions. So actually I have quite a lot, and some of them are big and some of them are little, but I have a few. So the first one I want to start with is Advent readings. Advent is incredibly important to us, focusing this season on Christ and His birth and the reason that He came, and even His death and resurrection is so important to us. This year, we will be using a book from Voskamp that I will link below if you are interested. And then I also bought just some little, actually I have them, I should grab them out. I just got them in the mail. Just those little wood slices, ornaments that I'm going to just draw our Jessie tree, that correlate with the book. I'm just gonna draw little ornaments. So I'm not much of an artist, so I don't know how the drawing's gonna go. But then I also got just these little ornaments that are just plain wood, like circles, that my kids can then make their own and decorate their rooms. So I'm kind of excited about that. That particular Advent reading is not necessarily our tradition, but just the focus of Advent is definitely one of our traditions, and probably the most important. One of the most fun for me is what we call Christmas Tree Day, and it really is just us going and getting our Christmas tree, putting it up, decorating it. We always get a live tree. We always cut our own tree from a farm. We have had Christmases with sleighs and Santa and hot cocoa, and we have had Christmases where we have been like slogged out in the mud to get our tree, and it's just always a different experience, and it's always fun. We don't necessarily go to the same tree farm every year. We just find one and go and see what the day takes. So I usually put something cozy like chili in the crock pot, and then we come home and we decorate the tree and we put Christmas music or movies on, and it's just our Christmas tree day. I think it's just so much fun. We also have cookie day. When my children were younger, when I was younger, I thought you had to just bake cookies all Christmas long, and that just got to be too much. I felt like I was just constantly baking cookies. So maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago I started doing cookie day, and we just did one. It usually turns into two. It like starts out the night before, and like, you know, when my husband gets home from work, then we do a lot of the doughs, especially the doughs have to sit overnight because we do roll out cookies. And so we just do Christmas cookie day, and we make like 6 different types of cookies, and then we distribute them to neighbors. Usually pack up a big plateful to send to my husband's workplace, and then of course we eat our weight in cookies. So that's super fun. Kind of along the same lines, we generally do gingerbread at some point. This is not one of our big traditions, and in fact, the past 2 years, we actually have done our gingerbread day, our gingerbread house decorating, whatever, day after Christmas, which is beneficial for 2 reasons. One, the Christmas season, like leading up to Christmas, gets so busy, and it's hard to just jam-pack everything into that time frame. And so while waiting, I mean, gingerbread houses, like, are they really that? I don't know. If they're important to you, good, they should be important to you, but for me, they're just whatever. It's just kind of something fun to do. So so the second reason I like to do it after Christmas is I can buy them after Christmas when they're clearanced, and that's good. I'm always down for a clearance deal. Last year we tried making our own. We've done them with like graham crackers and icing. We usually do gingerbread houses. We're not real specific with how we do it. All right, one of my favorites, my husband and I almost always go on a shopping date. We'll usually go on my husband's day off, and we will go to a bigger city. We live in a very small town here, so we'll go to a bigger city where there's more options for shopping, and we usually will get dinner out, and it's just fun. I enjoy spending time with him, so that's always a fun time for us together. We always go to our Christmas Eve service on Christmas Eve. Last year, our church did not have the Christmas Eve service due to 2020, and we actually gathered with 2 of our very close friends that were kind of like our quarantine friends, and we had a lovely service together, and I'm almost sad that that's not going to happen again, because I just loved the intimacy and the quietness. I mean, there were a lot of children, so it wasn't that quiet, but it just felt peaceful and very God-centered, and it was lovely. So however, this year our church is planning to have its Christmas Eve service, and it's always just lovely. I love to sing the carols and listen to the story, and the kids act out the play, and it's always just fun. So on Christmas morning, we do have a couple traditions for Christmas morning. The very first thing we do before we open any presents is we read the Christmas story from the Gospel of Luke, and again, just because we really want to put that focus of the season on the reason that we celebrate Christ's birth. So we also have made it a rule that we stay at our home on Christmas Day. Anyone, really anyone, is welcome to join us, but we don't travel on Christmas Day. We've traveled on Christmas Eve, we've traveled on the 26th, but we just are in our home on Christmas Day, and that was one of the best decisions that we made when we were very first married. There was one year when my oldest was like 3 months old, and we were all excited because it was her very first Christmas, and we opened up all her presents, and it was like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're sitting looking at each other like, okay, well, now what? Because she's 3 months old, like she doesn't have toys to play with. So I think we did pack up that year. That afternoon we were like, let's just go. We just enjoy allowing our children that time and that space to play with their toys, to enjoy the things that they've received for Christmas. And we often will get games or Legos or puzzles, and it's just a really nice time to spend together doing those things. And again, Christmas music, Christmas food, Christmas movies. It's always, it's just a lot of fun. We have a huge light display in our town, and we always walk through the lights. It's actually like a drive-through thing in a park, but we will get hot cocoa. I forgot what it was called. We'll get hot cocoa and we'll walk through the light display, and it's just a fun night for us. I always try and pick like a warmer night so we're not freezing. So our last tradition is kind of similar to how we really focus the season of Advent on Christ. We also focus the season of Christmas on Christ. Christmas is actually the period after Christmas Day. And so we celebrate the 12 days of Christmas, and we do a devotional together. We have special ornaments for our tree that we put up, and we leave our Christmas decorations up through that time. And I really just enjoy taking that time to slow down and really focus on the season and why we celebrate that season. So that was a lot. We do a lot. We also do little things like secret sibling Santa, and I don't know, just little things that are kind of fun for our family. But those, as I was kind of reflecting earlier, those were the ones that stuck out to me, the ones that are special to me, and the ones that are valuable to me. Your traditions might look completely different, and I think that's cool. I would really love to know what some of your favorite holiday traditions are, so leave me a comment and let me know. Tell me your favorite family traditions, and I would love to hear. So I think that's all I have today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, a little like, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I would really love it if you would share this video as well with someone that you think might find it interesting or fun, or just on social media, however you share. I make videos on homemaking, motherhood, and marriage, similar to this one right here. You can check that out. And I just want to remind you that whatever emotions, whatever traditions, however you are this holiday season, you are okay just the way you are. I'll see you soon.